Covert Applications, Jeff Crow with Raven 1 Tactical behind the camera here. Alright, so our theme today, we're basically going to go over your modern Minuteman. Alright, typically what I'll have in a truck or just have in my house standing by in case if something were to happen without rule of law, that sort of scenario. Basically, you know, my everyday kit is going to be a sidearm, it's going to be a flashlight, okay, so, and a spare mag. So we'll get started. Basically, I've already got my sidearm. I've got an HK45 in one of my holsters from Covert Applications. So basically, I carry this every day with my knife. So what I have on my body is what I carry with me at all times, okay? So I've already got one piece of this whole puzzle. Next thing to add to it, this layer, is I've got my rifle, and then I've got my assault bag. Alright, Spec Ops brand assault bag. We got a Smith & Wesson M.B.H. So we're going to start off with a series here, okay? We're not going to make a super long video, but basically it's the modern Minuteman, what we're using, what I think that everyone should have on them. And then we'll go another playlist with the EDC gear, with the holsters, stuff you'd wear for concealment, and then more of battle type gear, okay? So we'll start off with, basically, you got to have a sidearm. You got that with you all the time. Second, you got to have a rifle, and then we'll get into all what you need. What are the bare essentials? What I think goes on this rifle. And then, as you can see, everything that I got here in this bag is what I'm going to need to fight with. All right. So we'll start off with, and this will kind of be a review of the Spec Ops brand 3-day assault bag. I think is what it's called. And then what all goes in it, and what you need to sustain some sort of, without rule of law, if you're providing security for your neighborhood, whatnot. Anyway, so first, if you can see, these pouches are pretty large. So I got my cell phone, I got my keys, I got my big super bright, however many lumens, what is it, like 300?
600.
600? I mean, this thing is super bright. Alright, of course tobacco, I got habits. Watch cap, gloves, mosquito repellent. Got to have that stuff, okay? If you don't have it, and if you've ever been eaten up by bugs, you'll want it. Alright, just some little knickknacks out of an MRE field strip just to get me by. So if you can see, I got plenty of more room left in that pouch. Second pouch. Alright, spare pistol. This is my appendix holster. Snaps right in. I'm pretty proud of this little deal, but anyway, spare pistol. And then we've got, for trauma, alright? You just rip open this plastic. These are all your medical kit. We got extra tourniquet. And keep in mind, this is sort of like a sustainment pouch. I don't necessarily have this while I'm fighting. It's just simply too heavy. Seat belt cutter if you need to extract someone out of the vehicle. Israeli bandage. You know, these are good and these are bad. They'll let people know where you're at. The bad guys know, but also let you know where the good guys are. And then trauma cutting shears, alright, shear off clothes. Still have more room in that. Alright, main pouch. And keep in mind, I've got this at my house ready to go at all times, or I'll keep it in my truck. Ear Pro. So a lot of people think, well, you don't need Ear Pro, but this type of Ear Pro, you can actually hear with it. It's got this little knob on it, so it's like stereo. So even if I was in a gunfight, I would want hearing protection. The fog of war is very real. Part of that fog is that loud gun noise, okay? It'll rattle your ear, especially out of AR. Alright? So next. So I got my whole battle kit in here. Alright? To let you know how big this doggone bag is and what I will carry. So I got a full combat load. This is my chest rig. Alright? I've got 6 AR mags. I got spare Glock 19 mags. Up front, Gerber, extra knife, pouch for knickknacks. I think I've got some writing gear in here. You always need the notepad. I got an extra seatbelt cutter. Alright, you can throw whatever you want to in that deal. Alright, we'll get into detail on this in another video, just kind of going as an overview. And then more medical supplies, alright. Backup flashlight, couple Israeli bandages. I got a couple more tourniquets and some blood clot. Alright, or quick clot. And so these are the necessities that I feel like a modern Minuteman needs to have. Also in here, we got the Gerber knife. I think this is the, what is this, that infantry
I think that's the infantryman.
Alright, so whatever it's called, you can look it up. If you see up here, this is one similar. Alright, that Jeff's selling. Alright, so not necessary to have, but you need rags and stuff if it gets cold or whatever. And then one of those shamags. Alright, these things come in very handy. Alright, another thing is I got my Camelback. And so if you've ever been without water, especially if you're in a situation without rule of law and you're out there trying to provide security, water, if you don't have water, you're going to be ineffective. Okay? So this is probably one of the most, if not the most important things to have in your bag is water. You can deal without food. So if you see it's got all these MOLLE attachments, I mean I could put all kind of crap on here. I don't have a whole lot in the pouches just because it gets heavy after a while. Of course, if I had to use this, I'm taking out the chest rig that's going on my chest, but a lot of this other stuff's going back in. So side pouches, that's empty. Over here, got another pouch. Nothing's in that. So if I pick up items or if there's little things I feel like I need, I'll put in there. And then spare ammo. So one of these, this is also a Spec Ops pouch, whatever. So it fits 4 M4 mags in there perfectly. I would imagine AK would be fine. But anyway, just got spare ammo. So beans, bullets, and ammo is your main concern out of these bags. Now granted, this isn't like a sustainment pouch or a sustainment bag where you're going to use like 3 days and go out and sleep in. But these are bare necessities. If you need to drop this pack off and go into a house and you need to clear a home or something, I would drop this because I don't want the extra weight. But I've got the extra items that I'm going to need later on. So that's basically it. So this will be video 1 and then we'll get in video 2.